Robin's before and after photos are absolutely mind-blowing. I've been really wanting to have more of you guys from the acne community on my channel because we all have such unique stories and we can all relate to different characters, and Robin's story is absolutely amazing because she didn't start breaking out until her adult life. And then she did the whole 9 yards, went to the dermatologist, got on antibiotics, all that stuff, nothing worked. So I wanted to have her on the channel to really walk us through what finally did work and how she was able to get rid of her acne and her acne scars. Enjoy. Hey Robin, thank you for hopping on here. I really appreciate it. You sharing your story is going to help a lot of different people who have gone through or are going through a similar journey as you. So I just appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. My acne journey was always something kind of like personal to me. So I honestly thought I was being pranked when they asked me to join on this call. So I'm definitely excited to share my story.
Well, I'm excited to learn about it. My first question really is, can you tell us a little bit about your acne journey and like how did it start and what kind of acne did you have?
It started about 3 years ago. I was doing an internship and I don't know if it was the stress or the environment, but I started breaking out pretty bad. And I slowly developed cystic acne. I'd never really had acne before that, so I didn't really know what to expect. It was probably about 6 months. I went to my doctor and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I need your help. And she immediately prescribed me antibiotics. Yeah, so went on antibiotics for about 4 months, and slowly I started to learn about the harmful effects on your gut. And not only does it eliminate all the bad bacteria that might be causing your acne, but the good bacteria as well. So came off of that and my acne came back, surprise, surprise, with a vengeance. So then I kind of had to start from ground zero, work my way back towards clearing my skin. And that's kind of around the time that I heard about Banish and started using their products.
What kind of acne did you have? Did you have like cystic acne, or was it more just like
Yeah, it was a mix of a lot of things. I had cystic acne, I had a lot of like nodules, not so much blackheads, but I definitely got whiteheads along with that.
So you started using Banish when you still had active acne?
Yeah, it was kind of like around the time that my acne started to redevelop is when I was using the Banish products.
Okay, and you had started using the Banish products because you had gotten rid of your acne, but then you were starting to work on like the acne scarring and discoloration?
Yeah, I had a lot of hyperpigmentation. That was like the biggest battle. And the second time the acne came back, I had a lot of rolling scars, like particularly in my chin area. I think that's just what I tended to pick at the most. Yeah, I was using the pumpkin enzyme mask for the hyperpigmentation, and then was using the Banisher 2.0 to target my rolling scars.
Okay, so yeah, we kind of have like a double whammy, a hybrid here.
Yeah.
It helped your active acne and it helped your rolling scars and your hyperpigmentation. This is really interesting. Yeah. So how long did you use the products before you started to see an effect, and like what effects were you seeing, like on both sides, the active acne and the discoloration and the scarring?
I guess when I was using it while I had the active acne, I was like also working on my gut health. And I think that was a big part of what helped me heal my acne in general. Mm-hmm. As far as targeting the hyperpigmentation, it probably took a month. I was using it pretty moderately. Like I didn't want to overuse it because that isn't good either. But it probably took a month before I saw some mild progress. And it wasn't until month like 3 or 4 of using it, I think, that I like saw significant progress and really noticed like my inflammation has gone down, the redness has gone down, like the scars aren't as noticeable anymore. So yeah, I'd say like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, it definitely does take time for it to add up, like the results. I think a lot of people come at it with kind of like an acne mindset, and acne scars take a lot longer than active acne, where you can see something happen like that week. How did you feel when you finally did start to see that progress, when you did start to see an improvement in both your scarring and your hyperpigmentation?
I think the first word that comes to my mind is I was just giddy. Like I didn't have to deal with acne for so long. Like it wasn't until I was 23 that I like started getting acne. And I think I took my clear skin for granted for so long. When I was going through this, I really was like, there's no hope for me. It's, I've had friends who have acne for years and they haven't found anything to heal their acne. And so when I was able to like start seeing those improvements, it was like I was getting part of my old self back. And I was feeling excited to hang out with friends again or like go out in public again because it's something that's just like, oh, have to hide my skin. I have to hide my face. And so it was really liberating to be able to like go out and do things that I enjoyed.
Yeah, I resonate with that so much. That's like a really beautiful thing that you said, like getting a part of you back, especially if you haven't been dealing with, acne or acne scars for very long. All of a sudden it happens, you weren't expecting it, and it really does feel like you were robbed of who you were, because like you're saying, it makes you afraid to live life the way you were living, and like you double think everything. You double think like, oh, I'm going to go on this date. Is this person going to be judgmental of my skin? And that's something that you never really had to deal with before.
I remember like I was about to go on a date and called my friend. I'm like, I don't know what he's gonna think. Like I have, all these bumps, and she's just like, oh, you're beautiful. But it's just like, and people tell you that, but you just don't really believe it for yourself. And so it was really just a big mindset shift of coming to acceptance with my acne. And then once I was able to, start seeing that progress, it was like, okay, yes, like I can do this, and I am like healing my face, but also just like myself from the inside out too.
So did you try anything before you had tried Banish to improve your acne scars, your discoloration, all that kind of stuff? And did it work?
I did a lot of different things. Yes, I would get like a lot of different products here and there if I saw them at the store. Some of them I still incorporate into my routine. Like I always use a retinol, always use sunscreen, but a lot of like the ordinary products or the inky-less products, like those were big things that I had seen around social media. So I was like, okay, might as well give those a try. And I think I just kind of got impatient with them and tended to give up. And when I used Banish, particularly the pumpkin enzyme mask, I remember like even now I just put it on the other week because it's still a product I love. Yeah, Banish was like the first product where like I didn't see significant progress for 2 months, but I would put it on and overnight I'd be like, wow, my inflammation has gone down, like the redness has gone down. So I think a lot of products didn't have the, as powerful of ingredients, or they weren't as good. It was like, oh yeah, this is a retinol, but all retinols are made differently. All vitamin C serums are made differently.
You're so right. The pumpkin enzyme mask is always the product that if I'm trying to impress a friend and like give them a gift or something, I'm like, try this. Because as soon as you take it off, your face feels soft. It feels different. It's an immediate impact. Yeah.
I don't choose products lightly. I don't buy things on a whim. I do my research on them for weeks before I buy it. So there was an influencer, her name is Liz, and she was promoting Banish. And so did my research on it and seen the progress she had with it and what other people had with it. And I was like, sure, let's give it a try. And it was one of the best decisions because it's a product that I continue to go to, time and time again. Like when I need that refresh or, if I have a acne flare up. Yeah. So it was really through a lot of people on Instagram promoting their products. And I was like, this seems like it might be a quality thing to try.
How much would you say that your scars, your discoloration, everything has improved in total since you started using Banish?
It has improved significantly. I think especially like rolling scars that I have around my chin and my mouth, like there's certainly like different lighting is going to affect your skin differently. And so there's some days I look at it, I'm like, I still have these scars. I still have this discoloration. I'd say the majority of my progress came from Banish, probably like 70% of it. And I'd say the other 30% is sunscreen. Like I never go a day without sunscreen. If I could say one thing to anybody, if you wear your sunscreen, my scars have healed a lot because from using the Banisher 2.0.
Follow-up question for that one is, how long in total have you been using Banish now?
Probably about 2 years, if I put a number on it. So it was about a year after I first got acne that I first heard about Banish. So I think about 2 years.
Robin, I really appreciate you coming on here, sharing your story. It's super helpful. And yeah, I just appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been great talking to you, and really hope that somebody out there can take something away from this. Like even if it helps one person, then that would mean the world to me.
Wear your sunblock, everybody.
Wear your sunblock.